And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show, dude. This week we are talking about the NCAA bowl games.
Football season.
It is bowl season, baby.
It is bowl season, my favorite time of the year.
Who's in? We know who's in.
Well, we know who's in. But we have 41 bowl games to get through, starting with next Friday. It's Star Wars Day, so it's
next Friday.
Horrible day to make the football, but you know.
Well, who will be playing though? I'm sorry. Star Wars will win.
Star Wars is everyone's gonna lose to Star Wars. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. You guys ready?
Let's go. Let's do
I
it.
don't remember who won last year, but
I think it was a three-way tie.
It's a clean slate. We're gonna get through these as quick as possible. All right, first up, these are stuck together. First up, the Bahamas Bowl, which I really wanted to go to, just as an excuse.
The Bahamas
We're supposed to go, right. Featuring the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, taking on the Buffalo Bulls, not the Bills.
Phonetic though.
Right.
Phonetically.
Right.
Not the
The
same.
double B.
Still not the same.
The BBs.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so Rodney, what you got?
I think I went in honor of Don Beatty.
Landed on his head.
Buffalo Bulls. Buffalo Bulls.
Buffalo Bulls.
I'm gonna agree here. Buffalo.
I say Charlotte.
Ah,
Flair?
Yeah.
woo! All right, hey,
Going Niners, man.
already starting it off.
Yeah.
That's
Separation. Separation.
All right, next up, the Tropical Smoothie Frisco Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Frisco Burger, but I don't know if I can have the two together.
Tropical a smoothie and a burger.
But you're gonna get yourself a tropical smoothie because you said that's what you do when you
right.
watch.
Well,
You're gonna drink your smoothie and watch a bowl game.
we have
right?
smoothies here in the lobby. We have Kent State taking on Utah State.
Kent State. My mother and father and sister's alma mater. But they're gonna lose.
No.
I'm going Utah State.
I'm sorry, guys, for him acting that way and not picking the school that you guys went to.
Yep.
I think it's terrible. Utah State for me, though.
That's what I have here on the paper. Utah State.
Utah State.
Make it so sweet.
Okay.
Next up, the Celebration Bowl, not being played here in Celebration, Florida, although that would be pretty awesome. We have the North Carolina A&T Aggies taking on Alcorn State. Oh, it says I go first on this one. So I'm gonna go the Braves, Alcorn State.
I'm gonna go with A&T.
Well, for me, in honor of a guy that played some ball there a while back, I'm gonna roll with Alcorn State.
All right.
Very good quarterback came out of there a while ago.
Steve McNair, the late great Steve McNair, Aaron McNair.
What was his brother's name? He had a brother that played
Steve's
too.
brother.
Yeah, Cleve.
I don't know.
Just because it rhymed. No, he had a brother. I'm gonna look that up. And
So Aaron McNair was he Water McNair?
no, I tell you what, that'll be something cool. I bet somebody out there knows.
I bet. Yeah.
Y'all, if you know the answer to Steve McNair,
Without-
They're just gonna Google it.
but I mean, I don't care. Just do the work for me. Put it down in the comments below.
Next up, the New Mexico Bowl, featuring my guys, the Central Michigan Chippewas. Just because it's
You like to say Chippewas, yep.
Taking on the San Diego State Aztecs. This is going to be a good game, actually. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
For me, I couldn't pick. I like the same reason that you like them.
Just like saying Chippewas.
Is that I feel good. I feel like they're gonna win.
You can't say Chippewas without smiling.
And you can't pick, and you sure can't pick against them. You smirked. He's smirking right now. You're beaming on the inside.
So you going Chippewas?
I'm going Chippewa.
I'm gonna go Chippewas just because I want to say Chippewas a bunch of times.
I'm gonna say Aztecs.
That's because you don't like fun.
That's right.
Why do you hate fun?
Why do you hate fun?
I am anti-fun.
Next up here in our hometown of Orlando, the Cure Bowl, featuring Liberty University and Georgia Southern University.
I mean, this is for nothing else, this is just a great cause. This bowl game. I think all proceeds do go to cancer research.
Yeah,
so,
it's a cure. Good bowl.
Yeah.
That's me?
It's you.
So, I'm not going to have a story about everything, but I do have a story about this. Georgia Southern, my quarterback in high school was the all-time rushing quarterback at Georgia Southern, Chaz Williams. So, I'm riding with Georgia Southern.
I'm going to go Georgia Southern as well here. I think they have a pretty decent team from the games that I've seen them because they do play a lot of bigger name schools during the year.
So you get exposure.
So you get the exposure. So I've seen them. Haven't done half bad. So I'm going to go Georgia Southern.
You know, this is Liberty's second year in the FBS, and this is their first bowl appearance. I think they're going to be very up for this game as a result of it. So I'm going to go Liberty. This is their first time bowling, so I think they're going to be ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. We got the Boca Raton Bowl.
Cheribundi.
The Cheribundi. That's fun to say too.
Cheribundi Cherry?
Cheribundi?
Let's see. We have Florida Atlantic taking on SMU.
Now, coachless Florida Atlantic taking on SMU.
I think that might play into some picks here.
Definitely going to play into mine. I'm taking SMU.
SMU is a good team, and I was thinking of picking them, but I think I'm staying with Florida, unless it's my rivals that I hate.
I'm going SMU. I mean, they're an American team. I've seen what they can do this year,
and they got a coach.
And they got a coach. Next up, the Raycom Camellia Bowl. This should actually be a pretty good. I've seen both of these teams this year. FIU, not to be confused with FAU.
We were just talking about
right?
FIU.
Because FIU has a coach.
Yeah.
Taking on Arkansas State. Now, Arkansas State, they've actually been playing in the. They played in the Cure Bowl. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. So got to see them. Obviously, not the same team, but should be a good game here. I mean, FIU has beat Miami, right?
They beat, really, what is that? But because of that, not because I think Miami's a great team, but just as y'all beat Miami, FIU, boys, all right with me.
I'm going to say Arkansas State. I'm going to go with the Red Wolves on this one.
I'm going to go with the Red Wolves as well. Although, I mean, Next up, the Las Vegas Bowl.
The Las Wages Bowl.
Featuring our first of the ranked teams, featuring Boise State, number 19 ranked Boise State, taking on the Washington Huskies. It's not even going to be close. This is going to be our first major blowout here.
Lock, you got a lock.
Boise State blowout.
I agree.
Yeah,
going Boise.
That's a clean sweep. Boise State. They're the big game buster. They going to come in and do their thing.
I just want to make a note right now that I'm doing this mainly from memory. I cheat a little bit. I cheat some. I take a glance every now, but y'all watch me. I'm gonna mess up the next one.
Next up, the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl.
Another ranked game.
Yep, another ranked game.
Well, one ranked team.
Right. The number 20 ranked Appalachian State taking on the University of Alabama Birmingham.
The Blazers. I'm going to go App State on this one. They have a tendency to beat teams that they shouldn't.
Michigan.
A few years back.
I knew he's gonna every chance he gets, he's gonna. Rightfully so.
App State makes me hungry, and I'm gonna like
that's
you said,
crazy.
App State, right?
That's crazy.
And Appalachian State.
I was thinking endless apps.
Endless apps.
App State.
Clean sweep.
Next up, the Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl.
Down here, baby.
Featuring Marshall taking on the UCF Golden Knights. Now,
your favorite team.
Now, you're gonna be like, there's not the Golden Knights. Yes, but the Gasparilla Bowl actually, I think it was maybe like Conference USA actually tweeted about the UCF Golden Knights. So I just had to throw that out there. Yes, I know they're not the Golden Knights anymore. That's the hockey team. I get it. Whatever.
They'll be the Golden Knights that you say they are. This is your show.
This is my show.
Golden Knights. See, I'm not like right now. I'm cheating.
Right.
This would be a time where you could count me as, but UCF.
Yeah, UCF.
Let's just say clean sweep. We don't have to.
Yeah, I don't want
You can't say
He's
it.
gonna start bleeding out of the mouth.
Your tongue's bleeding. Your tongue is bleeding.
Yeah, we don't. That's fair.
Next up, the Hawaii Bowl, which is where we should have been. Christmas Eve in Hawaii.
Next year, we filming from there?
Next year, we're filming from there. Featuring BYU taking on the University of Hawaii.
Yep, de facto home game.
Yeah, I've seen BYU go up and down all year. I think they're traveling, jet lag, thinking about all the Mormons thinking about the Christmas. Wait, do Mormons thinking about the Christmas? Anyway, Hawaii. Hawaii.
I'll stay with old Brigham Young, Steve Young's granddad.
They're gonna use their magic underwear.
I see. They can do it. I love everybody.
I didn't see anything wrong with it. I was just asking if that's where you thought that we were gonna draw their power from. Is that where they're gonna draw their power from? That was
Steve Young is where I'm staying.
Right. What do you got before we get kicked off?
FCC. Right. Steve Young.
Rainbow Warriors, baby.
Next up, we now venture past Christmas Day to the Independence Bowl featuring Louisiana Tech taking on them Miami Hurricanes. Okay, I'll let you go.
They've been so up and down this year. Miami, I know they got more, but I'm gonna go with consistency here, and I'm gonna say Louisiana Tech.
Let's go.
Bradley, what do you? Oh wait, no, it's me. It's me. I'm going Louisiana Tech. Miami. This is down here.
I wouldn't care if they were playing Apopka High School. And for real, Apopka probably would beat them.
Oh,
We're going to the state championship this weekend. But that's a whole nother Louisiana Tech.
Yep. Anybody.
Everybody.
All right. Next up, Quick Lane Bowl featuring Eastern Michigan taking on the University of Pitt Panthers.
yeah, Pitt Panthers, boy.
I feel like Pitt.
Yep.
I feel like Pitt.
I agree. I'm feeling Pitt on this one.
Yeah, we're gonna make it a clean sweep. Pitt is another up and down team. You really don't know what you're gonna get. They play to the level of their competition. They can go out and beat a top-ranked team.
Yep, they went out and pulled that Pitt special and beat ECF earlier this
Pitt
year.
special.
But at the same, then they go out the next week and get
Lose
clapped.
to Eastern
So you
Michigan.
never- Right. So you never
Right,
know.
next weekend, just lose Eastern.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Pitt. Next up, the Military Bowl featuring Temple of the American Conference taking on UNC Tar Heels.
Them tar heels.
Yeah, again, I've seen Temple more often this year because they are an American team, so I'm more familiar. I'm gonna have to go with Temple here.
Okay, I got a little inside information.
Oh,
North Carolina got a real good quarterback. We actually had him recruited to come to Florida State, and he chose not to come when we lost our offensive coordinator, Walt Bell, last year. Now, strangely enough, he didn't go to the school that Walt went to, but he is from North Carolina. He's a legend in that state. True freshman, the kid can ball. Going North Carolina.
but is this gonna be the year though?
I mean, he's been balling all year.
All right.
Yeah.
He can stand out.
I mean, on top of what you just stated there, I think also coaching's going to come into play. Mac Brown's there now. Guy knows how to coach. He knows how to get ready for bowl games. I'm going North Carolina.
All right. Owls, man.
We'll probably be wrong.
Next up, the Pinstripe Bowl coming to you from Yankee Stadium. This is one that I want to get to just because I want to see that sort of atmosphere. We have Michigan State taking on Wake Forest.
I'm going to go Old Sparty here. I mean, it's a cold weather game. 'Cause it's going to be up there. I'm going to go Sparty.
There's a lot of games that I plan on watching this year.
This isn't one of them.
It's below the cut line.
Michigan State beating Wake Forest is not the game I'm going to be watching.
Watch this, though. I got Wake Forest.
All right.
I'm not going to watch it.
In the bitter cold of New York.
I'm not going to watch it. I won't know what happened until I see the scores. But I got Wake Forest. I just feel like I saw Hogue the other day. Hogue here that played for Wake. I just saw him. Wake Forest.
Next up, the Academy Sports Texas Bowl, featuring Oklahoma State taking on Texas A&M. Rodney, we don't even have to ask you. Put up Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I would never.
Every day, twice on Saturday.
If Miami played Oklahoma State, I would.
You mean A&M?
If they played,
If they played Texas A&M, Miami and Texas A&M played. Somehow, I hope that both of them.
There's no more ties in college.
But get their both lose. I didn't say tie. Both lose.
Give me them Cowboys.
All right. I mean, yeah. Anybody over A&M, ever.
Huh?
I mean, well, until Jamal.
The inevitable happens,
Right.
which he said it towards.
Next up, the Holiday Bowl, featuring number 16 Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the number 22
This is our
ranked
first head-to-head rank.
USC Trojans.
Our first head-to-head rank matchup. Now we're getting into
This the
the
real bowl.
nitty-gritty.
So this is where the fun starts. While it's not a home game per se, it's still going to be down there in that Southern Cal atmosphere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over the upset here, and I'm picking USC.
Picking USC.
That's me.
Yep.
That's you.
Well, this is he's picking up on the cues so well. when I'm thoughtful, that's a fact. But I feel like Iowa. I did feel like Iowa when I thought about this game. For whatever reason, I just feel like they can kind of pull off. This is a good win for their program too. Over
Yeah, I mean, they were the first to put that blemish on Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, not a bad team. And you're familiar, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going to be, a lot of power running by Iowa, ball control.
Where's that West Coast defense?
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Hawkeyes.
All right. Next up, a game I will be watching just because I want to eat the brand Cheez-It Bowl, coming to you from Phoenix, featuring the Air Force Academy taking on the Washington State Cougars.
Another one of those bowl games in a baseball stadium.
Yep.
I'm going to go, my grandfather, World War II veteran, he was in the Army Air Corps, which ended up turning into the Air Force. So for that reason, I'm going to go with
Washington. Oh wait,
nope. I'm going with Air Force.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Air Force as well.
I think it was a clean sweep. I mean, definitive option postseason. Do they still run the option? That's all the
that's all the
military.
That's all the military schools do is run the option.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And Cheez-Its.
They're in the option and eat cheese. It's on the sideline.
That's perfect.
I had one of those Cheez-It things from it's like those giant Cheez-Its. I think that's from Pizza Hut.
Oh, the Cheez-It bread thing.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, it's a pizza.
It's a giant. It's like a giant Cheez-It with like cheese in the middle.
They still make it?
They just started.
Don't worry about it. We'll see about that.
Next up, another local game to us, the Camping World Bowl, featuring Iowa State taking on the University
Number
of
15.
Notre Dame.
Number 15 Notre Dame. They are ranked.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about ranks with this team. The only thing you ever talk about ranks is if they're overrated.
They, for whatever reason, I never liked. Since they beat us in '93.
Right. Yep. That's. I've held that grudge.
Iowa State, man, let's go. And they kind of got some of our elements of our colors too. Iowa State, like Boston College did that year.
I'm gonna go Notre Dame.
I guess I'm gonna agree with Cairns here. Unfortunately, I see this one being a
Get out of hand.
lopsided.
Get out of hand.
Yeah.
They just signed that coach with the extension.
Yeah, so should be a good one. Next up, I want to talk about good ones. This one here, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, featuring the number 17 University of Memphis,
Coachless University of Memphis.
taking on number 10 Penn State. Man, I've watched a lot of Memphis over the past 2 weeks. Those two games versus Cincinnati. And they put up a lot of points, but they've given up a lot of points. Penn State is not Cincinnati and will not give up as many points as Cincinnati let.
Mm-hmm.
And their offense is better than that Cincinnati offense. So I think this one's going to be close for a while, but as Rodney likes to say, the scholarships take over. Penn State.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Thank you for coming to Florida State. Gonna make our university great, and for that reason, the way you handle your leaving of Memphis, in honor of Mike Norvell, I'm going Memphis.
All right.
Well, Memphis with the upset. I'm going Penn State. Like I said, Big Ten guy, see him a lot. Everything. James Franklin got that team dialed in. They gave us, a run for our money earlier in the year. So I just think, talent weighs out here, and then they grind it down and open it up a little bit at the end.
All right, next up, our First Responder Bowl featuring Western Michigan. All the Michigans are in a bowl this year, it seems.
Eastern, West.
Taking on Western Kentucky. Cans, why don't you start us off here?
You think we're actually going to get this bowl game in this year? Remember last year, this was the one that was completely canceled because of weather.
I think we'll get it in.
I think we'll get it in this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one.
In an effort to make sure Rodney doesn't start peeling away here, I'm going to go Western Kentucky because I think he's going Western Kentucky.
You're 100% accurate. Heel toppers. Let's go. Let's Kentucky.
All right. Next up, the Music City Bowl, which is always a really good game. Looking forward to it this year. Mississippi State taking on the University of Louisville. I was just there. I was just in Louisville. Ready?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. I didn't know either until I saw it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. As you can see, and as I can see now that he helped me to see who I picked, Louisville.
Louisville. I think Mississippi State is overrated every year. So,
I was again just in Louisville. The city treated me fantastic. Check out GalaxyCon, cheap plug, next year in 2020. Not sure of our dates, but please come check us out, Louisville fans. Pick a Louisville. Next up, the Red Box Bowl. Speaking of games we're not watching.
You're going to go to a Red Box and get a movie instead.
This one's on New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve?
Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. Featuring Illinois taking on Cal.
So,
I'm just gonna get this over with.
Okay.
I have Illinois. It was a coin flip.
Yeah, ugly game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys saw it just on my phone. That was a source.
Oh, okay.
Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody out there. Okay.
Just now, too.
All right.
They heard I was about to make my pick on this pick.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Illinois as well. And my only reason for, like I said, I think it's going to be pretty ugly. I think ultimately come down to coaching, so I'm going to give the nod to Lovie Smith.
All right.
And his white beard. Does he still got the
Yeah.
Moses?
Yeah, he's still.
Next up, the Capital One Orange Bowl as we start making our way to these to the big
Meaningful.
bowls. Yes.
Meaningful.
In what is going to be an absolute blowout, I'm here to say, number 23 Virginia Cavaliers taking on the number 9 University of Florida Gators. Hands.
Gators.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even going to be. I mean, you know, like.
You don't want to say it.
I'm not going to say it.
But we know.
Yeah, I have to. I'm going to love it.
Yeah, like, this is the best Virginia team we've seen in a long time. And we
Which
saw
is
what Clemson
not
did to them.
a very good Virginia
And
team.
Florida's going to do the exact same.
I mean, like, I just.
I would love that. I would love the upset. Love the
Can
upset.
we please, though, please get rid of some of these
The requirement.
conference affiliations. Like, there is absolutely no reason the number 23 ranked team should be in this high profile of a game.
Money. When other things don't make sense, there's money involved.
Yes, but there's more money to be made in taking another team that is higher ranked, that's going to give you a better matchup, that's still going to have a fan base. That it just doesn't.
I think the money on the
sense.
not to get that, but I just think it's just money on the front end when they make the agreements and they're locked in.
All right, we've still got quite a few left. Let's go.
Sorry.
Belk Bowl, featuring University of Kentucky taking on Virginia Tech. Rodney, who you got here?
Who do I have, Chance? At this point, I just got to throw it all off. And now I remember why. Mark Stoops. That's why. University of Kentucky.
I'm going to go with the Hokies on this one.
I'm going Hokies as well. They had a great season up until that Virginia game.
Yeah, when they lost to Virginia.
Ruined it all.
When they lost to Virginia.
If this was basketball, I'd go Kentucky, but it's not.
Yeah, they're going to bounce back. And here it is, the game we are all waiting for. The Tony the Tiger Bowl.
This is the biggest bowl ever.
You better believe I am eating Frosted Flakes.
Now wait.
Time.
Now, are you going to eat the regular Frosted Flakes, chocolate Frosted Flakes?
All of them.
There's different types.
I'm gonna bathe in them.
Yeah. This is the only one I care about.
All right, we'll go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. Arizona State taking on the Florida State Seminoles. I got Florida State all day. I mean, I'm picking with my heart. I know Arizona State's a great team. Nothing against them. Florida State, 4-1 those last 5 games.
They don't have the athletes we
Make it
have.
5-1.
Watch me get arrogant. They don't have the athletes we have.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm going to go Florida State as well, although
Right.
I'm going to do it with the cat. I would not be surprised if Arizona State pulls this out simply because of Herm Edwards and the coaching there. You know what I mean? It's established and everything like that. So,
Odell Higgins.
yeah, I know you got Higgins there right now, but like I said, I'm
first
going Florida
step
State, but
back
I
to
wouldn't
the
be
dynasty,
surprised.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
It begins now.
Next up, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl featuring number 23 ranked Navy taking on Kansas State University.
I'm gonna go with the midshipman on this one.
I'm gonna agree. Navy.
Yeah, I love America.
If you're rooting for Kansas State,
Yeah,
you're
don't
rooting
love
against,
America.
you don't love America.
That's all. I'm just saying, I love America.
Get out. Next up, the Arizona Bowl. The University of Wyoming taking on Georgia State University.
Georgia State.
Is this one of those?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I'm going to go Wyoming on this one. I mean, their records are identical, but I think the Mountain West overall is a little bit stronger conference than the Sun Belt. So to go 7-5 in the Mountain West gives them the edge. So I'll say Wyoming.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Nobody's watching the game because we're all watching the Tiger Bowl.
The biggest bowl.
All right. New Year's Eve night. Here we go. The Valero Alamo Bowl featuring University of Texas taking on the University of Utah.
Number 11.
Yeah, the number 11 University of Utah. I was really pulling for them there last week, but I think they're going to get back on track. And they need to win this game before everyone just says, "Oh, you're going back to." So I'm going Utah.
Yeah. What about you, Rod?
My source. I'm making it right now. Here's my source. Okay. We're going University of Utah. Put everything on Utah.
Everything. Bet on red.
Yeah, bet on red. I agree.
Happy New Year!
What?
It's January 1st, 2020.
This is.
All right, come on.
All right, so January 1st, we are here. January 1st, 2020, New Year's Day.
Back in Orlando.
Still have a ton of great games. Back in Orlando, first up, this Citrus Bowl featuring. On my card, look, The M, not always the M.
Who is that?
Hold on. Time. We gotta start over.
What'd you do?
I got the wrong graphic up.
Bro!
Orange Bowl.
It was going so good.
The M, I didn't even think that was genuine too, because I didn't know that was
It was
a deal.
breaking our shit, bro. You're way off, bro.
Red box. Orange. I can't believe I picked Florida.
I don't even remember who I picked on these now. Oh yeah, a good thing I have a underline. Yeah, we're still on the 28th.
No, we're on the 31st.
Oh, now we're. Alright, this is the last game we did.
There we
Alright,
go.
There we are.
I just saw the fucking fruit. Threw me off.
Alright, fireworks and Happy New Year! Woohoo! Yeah, welcome to January 1st, 2020.
I feel different.
Let's just go.
Something.
We're back in Orlando.
We are back at Orlando for New Year's Day, the Citrus Bowl, Camping World Stadium. We have the number 4.
What is that?
He has, not only does he have the word Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
lowercase,
Lowercase, I see that.
he also crossed it out. Crossed out the M.
The University of Lowercase Michigan.
Yep.
Yes, Michigan.
Taking
The
on
dirty word.
number 14 Michigan Wolverines taking on the number 13 Alabama Crimson Tide. This one's going to be a good one, I think. I'm gonna try to go to the game. We'll see.
Yeah, you don't think so?
You don't think I'm going?
Yeah, I'm not trying to go to that game.
All right. Well, what? Kansas,
Who you got?
Who you got?
I know you picked Michigan, right?
Oh yeah,
Big win.
I've picked that team the last 2 years and it's bit me right in the butt.
Mm.
And until Harbaugh shows that he knows how to coach in important games, I am not picking them. I am going with Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide.
I too am going with Forrest Gump and his Crimson Tide.
Yeah, clean sweep.
Alabama Crimson Tide Hall of Famer Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
All right.
75 national championships. 75.
Next up, we scoot down I-4 to the Outback Bowl, featuring number 18 Minnesota Golden Gophers. Where I was just there.
Recently.
Yeah, recently, like last month. It was so cold.
It's probably cold. It's even colder now.
Taking on the number 12 Auburn Tigers. Ronnie, I'll let you go ahead.
It's hard for me to pick against the SEC. So, you see it. I'm going with Auburn.
Yeah, I'll concur on that one. I think that the luster's off Minnesota now. Then we'll go with the Tigers.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Much like I was just in Louisville, so I decided to go with Louisville.
Uh-oh.
I was just in Minnesota for GalaxyCon,
Uh-oh.
and I'm going with Auburn.
Just like
I mean,
yeah.
listen,
Come on.
it's a football game. Not
Speed.
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah.
Speed rating.
Next up, the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, the 317th showing of the Rose. That's not right.
It's a lot because you can't be. It's 150 years of college football. So what is this? The 100?
It is the Rose Bowl game coming to you from Pasadena. This might be my favorite game out of all of them. If I do not end up going to the Citrus Bowl, this is the one I will be watching on New Year's Day, featuring the Oregon Ducks taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. Both of these teams ranked up there within the top 15.
Ravers number 13.
Yeah.
While I have a lot of fun watching the Oregon team, I just don't think you're going to be able to stop Jonathan Taylor.
Taylor Thomas.
JTT.
Not JTT.
JTT. The JT.
I almost said it, but I'm going to go with Wisconsin.
Is that me?
Yep.
Yeah, kind of for the same reason, but opposite pick. I got Oregon. I think that I watched their offense a lot this year. Pretty high-powered offense. It'd be interesting to see them against that Big Ten kind of power.
Yep, absolutely.
Like Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going with Wisconsin. I mean, they're a good team, well-balanced team, really. It runs through Jonathan Taylor, obviously, but that defense is no joke either. So I'll go with the Badgers.
Fantastic. Next up, the Allstate Sugar Bowl, a clash of top 10 teams. Speaking of high-powered offenses, Baylor taking on the number 5 Georgia Bulldogs. Cans, what you got here?
I'm gonna go with the Dogs on this one. I think, Baylor. They got the best defense in the Big 12, but that's not saying much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna concur. I'm gonna go Georgia here. Just squeaked out of the top 4, so I mean they are a top 4 caliber team. Same with Baylor, just squeaked out. But I think I'm going to go Georgia here.
So the risk for Georgia here is, does that getting just squeaked out of the top 4 demotivate them? Or does it incentivize them?
Ooh.
I'm picking Georgia though.
I mean that's
that's a valid point.
Right, there's a valid point. With these bowls, if you're just outside, that there's a chance that your top guys don't want to play because they don't want to risk themselves. All right. January 2nd, we have made our way back. We are here back at work, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean we're not going to watch the football on the television.
Yes.
The Birmingham,
TMBS.
3 p.m. Everyone's going to gather around Kansas Cube to watch Boston College.
TV about that big.
Take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. Rodney, who you got here?
I'm rolling with all ACC.
Oh, yeah?
I'm hanging at ACC, Boston College. I don't know why.
I'm a little miffed at Boston College right now for taking our defensive coordinator. So I am going to go with Bearcats.
All right. I, too, am going to go with the American Conference Bearcats. I've seen them play a lot.
Good team.
Especially when they're playing us and beating us, as well as those 2 Memphis games. God damn it.
You should leave that in there. Just the be real footage.
Next up.
Just leave it in. Just leave it in.
The Tax Slayer Bowl coming to you.
That was good. I like that.
Coming to you from Jacksonville, Florida.
You're trying to get demonetized. You can bleep it.
Yeah. We have the Tennessee Volunteers taking on the Indiana Hoosiers. Whatever. Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'm next, but yes. Free for all.
I'm going to go with the Hoosiers on this one.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Just a gut feeling.
Tennessee,
Right.
Indiana. Yeah.
Next up, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Are you going to eat a baked potato while you watch this?
Probably not.
No. French fries.
Maybe some French fries.
Pierogies.
Yes.
Chili fries.
We have the Ohio University Bobcats taking on the Nevada Wolf Pack. And I wish I would have realized that they were the Wolf Pack before they were picked. I can't.
House.
Yeah.
Nevada.
I'm going Ohio.
I used to love Reno 911. Nevada.
I guess I'm not about it with the Wolf Pack.
No. You ain't body.
But you rowdy. You rowdy. No, he rowdy. With the mother boys.
It's getting out of hand. All right. Saturday, January 4th, the Armed Forces Bowl featuring the Tulane Green Wave taking on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Rodney.
Southern Miss.
Yeah, I will concur on that one in honor of the most famous Southern Miss alumni, Brett Favre.
Favre.
Brett Favre.
Great.
Favre.
How you feeling?
I'm going to go American again. Green Wave. That's all I got.
That worked.
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got. Which brings us to, like, everyone's hungover at this point. The Lending Tree Bowl featuring the Miami Redhawks taking on the University of Louisiana at Lafayette Ragin' Cajuns.
Yeah.
Right, you know where I'm going. Raging Cajuns.
What about you, Rob?
It just, for whatever reason, when I hear that name, I think of like that rice from Popeyes. Raging Cajun.
Raging Cajuns.
Popeyes rice.
I'm gonna go with the MAC champions. MAC conference champion, Miami Redhawks.
What kind of offense is? Oh, never mind. I really don't care. I was just gonna take up more time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And now it is the time that we've all been waiting for, playoff time, college football playoff time.
Now we back. Now we getting there.
Now it is time.
Now we getting there.
Starting off with the Chick-Fil-A Peach Bowl, and since this is a Saturday, I will be eating that Chick-Fil-A.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watching Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrows.
Who my wife says looks like adult Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
I see it.
Look it up.
I mean, when you have two Heisman candidates, they kind of split the vote.
Well, you know. We can't just say the better man won.
When you have two Heisman candidates, they kind of split
We
the
can't
vote.
just, you know.
Besides, he's a former Buckeye too, so.
So
we
Joe
actually
Burrows-
had three Heisman
Joe Burrows,
candidates.
LSU Tigers taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. Kansas. Start us off here with the playoffs.
LSU.
Same.
Home Alone 6. LSU. Joe Burrow. Starring Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
All right. Which leads us to our other college football playoff game.
Glendale.
The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl featuring the Ohio State University taking on the Clemson Tigers. The 28-0 in their last 28 games. Clemson Tigers. Rodney.
You can push it. Like Clemson. Sorry.
Tans, do we even have to ask you?
No, you don't need that.
All right. And I am going to make this an all Tigers final, all Tigers championship. We have LSU taking on Clemson in my championship. I think that's what you have as well, right?
Yeah.
So last year we actually had all three different
Yeah.
different teams, which is
Well, not,
I don't think-
we all have
All-
LSU.
right, but we all had all different matchups last year.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
I just don't. So none of us think Oklahoma's really.
No, I mean,
He's a winner.
he's a proven winner.
He's a
And
winner.
he could be the first starting quarterback to lead two separate teams to championships,
He's
right?
a winner.
All right. So, but this brings us to our national championship game, Monday the 13th. Seems so far away,
Yeah.
It's not though.
but we'll get there. We'll get there. So, I have LSU taking on Clemson. You have LSU
LSU
taking
on
on
Clemson.
and you have LSU,
taking on
on
the Buckeyes.
Ohio State. So, I will go first. Do I even do I do the cheesy? The Tigers are gonna win.
You got to. Go ahead and give it to him.
Okay. So for those of you at home, I'm gonna go with the Tigers here. I think as much as I'm a Clemson fan, but I don't think that they got what it takes. I think it's going to be LSU. I think Joe Burrows has a lot on his shoulders, and he's going to take it LSU.
What about you, Rob?
I think Trevor Lawrence is just a bad man. That dude is, I don't know, and I think they've been kind of disrespected this year. I think that pressure, I don't know how, Joe Burrow hasn't answered all year, but I just don't know. I know Clemson does have a good defensive line, pretty good defense.
Not as good as in past years.
Not as good as in past years, but probably the best he'll probably have seen this year. So I'm thinking Clemson.
All right.
Trevor Lawrence.
Pick with your head and
I
not your
am.
heart.
OH, baby. Because here's the thing, all right? It's that Heisman hangover. Let's think about it. Let's roll back.
Yeah. Who's the last one?
You know?
Both. Jameis Winston at Florida State University.
Yeah. But I mean, just think about it. Marcus Mariota wins since the CFP, Marcus Mariota wins the Heisman, loses in the championship game.
Good points.
All right. Baker Mayfield wins the Heisman, doesn't even make the championship game. Kyler Murray wins the Heisman, doesn't even make the championship game.
These are all.
You know,
It's
like I
valid.
said, and you can even go
I
back.
mean, it's wrong, but it's valid.
You know,
So, please post your
It's gonna be
predictions.
good.
We'll
It's gonna be
make
good.
a Google sheet so make it easier for everyone. Play against us, beat us, and we'll throw you some swag. We'll give you some shout outs, all that other cool
We
stuff.
do have 3 different winners though.
yes, we do.
Yes, absolutely.
This is gonna be good. I mean, now I've lit back up. I'm
And yeah, we
I
all
know that
we
is-
all pick different winners, and only I'm going to be right.
watch it be Oklahoma. Watch it be Oklahoma. Watch Oklahoma win the whole thing.
All right. Thanks for watching and vote and play and all that other stuff.
Everything.
OH.
Bye.